Habitat for Humanity is a Christian, not-for-profit organisation whose mission is to eliminate poverty, housing and homelessness throughout the world. With a global network operating in over 90 countries, Habitat for Humanity builds over 60,000 homes per year for families in need of housing. During October 2010, 150 Kiwi volunteers, along with 250 internationals from all over the world, took part in the Habitat for Humanity Everest Build. The volunteers travelled to the city of Pokhara in central Nepal on a mission to build 40 houses in 6 days for Nepalese families living in impoverished, substandard housing. Nestled amongst the awe-inspiring Himalayas, Nepal is a small, landlocked country in between India and China. One of the poorest countries in the world, nearly 1/4 of Nepal's population survive on less than $1 per day, and over 30% of its population live below the poverty line. The 2010 Everest Build took place in the picturesque city of Pokhara. Situated at the foot of the Himalayas, the city is a tourist mecca for international travellers. Despite the significant contribution of international tourism to the local economy, a large proportion of the local people still live in impoverished, substandard housing. On September 30, 2010, a diverse mix of Kiwis from all over New Zealand, aged from 14 years old through to 70, set off on the trip of a lifetime.
We're here all, as you can see, in Auckland Airport. We're all waiting for the call to board, and yeah, everybody's looking pretty buzzy and hyped up, so it's going to be great.
Hello. Very, very excited.
Yes, can't believe we're finally leaving.
We are feeling absolutely wonderful. Yes, we're all ready to go. Yep.
The volunteers travelled via Bangkok, then on to Nepal, and finally arriving in Pokhara the following day. For the next 6 days, the Kiwi volunteers will be building side by side with the Nepalese house recipients, as well as a large international contingent of volunteers from Australia, Germany, Ireland, Japan, Singapore, and the USA. The houses the volunteers will be building consist of a small bedroom, living room, kitchen, and exterior toilet. The houses are made out of prefabricated treated bamboo with galvanized corrugated metal roofs and a plaster finish. Habitat for Humanity International is a strong supporter of preserving the natural environment and actively promotes the development and use of the sustainable building materials that are incorporated into all 40 homes. Day 1 of the build, and as the sun rises over the majestic Annapurna mountain range, there's an air of excitement amongst the Kiwi contingent.
Cute. How cute's that? Isn't that gorgeous?
And look out. Here I come.
Travelling to the build site takes approximately 40 minutes by bus. For the volunteers, this is the perfect opportunity to get their first real taste of life on the streets of Pokhara.
I call you in the morning, I
As the team enters the township below the build site, they're greeted with a rapturous welcome by the local residents who line the streets, presenting each volunteer with a traditional kata scarf for good luck. The volunteers then wind their way up the mountain to the mass assembly area, where they're then divided into the house teams for the week. The Kiwi volunteers are randomly allocated their house number, and for one particular bunch of Kiwis, a Trans-Tasman surprise awaits them.
Wow!
Yeah, starting to get into a routine.
How did you guys end up with an Aussie project manager team leader?
Hey, that was a sheer fluke, eh? Hey, she's not too bad though.
Well, I think they needed to draw on the Australian expertise and share us around a little bit.
It's not an exacting science, this, mate. Everything's slightly out of skew. So if you're a bit twisted, it works out all right for you.
Out of the 150 Kiwi volunteers, 14 are designated team build leaders responsible for the construction and management of their individual houses. Build team leader Brendan Silcock was also given the added responsibility of leading an all-star cast of volunteers, including 2 Nepali film stars and a popular German TV and film actress, Alexandra Naldal.
We got up here and I found out I got a couple of famous celebrities on my team, and probably not quite the house leader for that, but that's all right. A couple of Nepalese guys who are big on social work locally, they're actors and quite famous in Nepal. So those gents are working here, working real hard, and they're pretty cool. Also we've got famous German actress here, and so there was media everywhere. It was crazy. There was about 40 people all over this job site, and I was trying to stand up there and say, let's get going. So but we're going good now, we're away. There's panels going up.
I think you know. I call you in the morning, I call you in the evening. Oh, big old son of mine. When I thank you for your time, I thank you for your time.
By late morning, the temperature has reached 35 degrees Celsius, and the teams were all hard at work weaving the bamboo slats into the framework. For some, this is not as easy as it looked.
How's it going, mate?
Good, good. Could you come back when I've got like a thinner piece so it looks easier? For us, just go.
And tomorrow, we're gonna rise together now, celebrate another day. Tomorrow.
By the end of day one, the houses were well underway and the teams could go home satisfied from their hard day's work.
So today has gone really well. Slow start, but it's a great team effort. Everyone's pitched in and done their bit and willing to help, so fantastic and some good progress. Slow start, but we're on a roll now. Tomorrow will be awesome.
Day 2, and the volunteers arrived on site to what promised to be another stunning day.
The view is stunning. It's like nothing I've ever seen before, and it's beautiful. That's all I can say. You have to be here to feel it and see it. I can't describe it. Can you?
The build site was spread out over 1 kilometre on a hill overlooking the picturesque Big Nass Lake on one side and the Pokhara Valley on the other. Kiwi team build leaders Craig Bacon and Andy Farmer's houses were located across from each other just up from the local school. Andy Farmer led an all-American build team and was enjoying the challenge of coordinating the enthusiastic group of volunteers with varying degrees of building knowledge and expertise.
So far it's been awesome. Obviously the whole Nepal thing was pretty gobsmacking when I first got here, having travelled to Asia or anywhere like this before. But yeah, it's really quite rewarding that you get a team of people who've never done anything like this before or no practical skills, and showing them something as simple as using a drill or a skill saw, and they feel like they've produced something at the end of the day. It's quite good. I'm liking it.
And so explain to me your team, what's the makeup of your team again?
So I've got 12 Americans, I've got 3 males and 9 females, and none of them have any building skills, or a lot of them aren't very practical people. They're office admin people or nurses or things like that. So, but we've come a long way in one day, so long may it continue.
So what's it like having Kiwi as a team leader?
I feel super fortunate to have a Kiwi as a team leader, actually. Andy's been not only super knowledgeable, but super patient with it. He taught me how to operate this saw yesterday actually, and now I'm totally empowered, getting it going thanks to Andy. He's organized our team super well, and it's awesome. We're glad to have the Kiwis here.
And he speaks English mostly, you know, or some kind of a dialect of English that, you know, if you listen carefully, you can catch it.
During the lunch break, Craig and Andy went down to the school to meet the local kids.
Hello, little man. Hello. Craig and I are building house 37 and 38 just up the road here. It's about 50 metres from the school. We thought we'd come down at lunchtime and check it out. It's pretty cool.
Give me 5. Yeah. Give me 5.
Yeah, there you go.
Give me 5. Yeah. You give me 5. All right. Up high. Yeah.
By mid-afternoon, the pace of construction was picking up. By day 3, the houses were all starting to take shape, and all the volunteers were working harder than ever.
Welcome to House 35. This is an all-Kiwi house, and we've been going like trains.
Oh, you almost hit me, mate.
Oh, well, that was unintentional, I can assure you.
Kiwi ingenuity was also beginning to come out of the woodwork.
Just to climb the mountain.
Yeah. So Terry, what am I seeing in the full background there?
Well, this is a Nepalese lifesavers stand. It's a direct copy. I'm taking a patent out on it actually. They could use it in the lake at Pokhara, I suppose. Yeah, we just whipped it up yesterday morning with a bit of string and a bit of bamboo. And no number 8 wire.
For retired OSH inspector Ron Burt, it was an opportunity to put some of the workplace hazards he'd seen over the years into practical use.
We've run out of step ladders, so we're going to have to. We can't lean the ladder against the building, otherwise the panels will shake. So to plaster it, we'll climb up our step ladder and.
It's in the school desk.
Yeah. And what was your job before you retired?
I'm not telling you that.
I think we can know. Don't us yet.
I was a health and safety inspector. So.
Oh, he's got all these brilliant ideas because he's seen all these.
He's seen everything.
I've seen a few good things.
Well, when we arrived, this whole wall was just racked completely out of square. And so the windows, the glass and the sashes were never going to fit in here. So I've had to try and yank this whole wall over. I couldn't find any number 8 wire, so I stole a bit of nylon rope off the smoko tent. Don't tell anyone. So I've racked everything over. I've had to make nails out of bamboo to put in the slots. I'm just about to make some more nails to do my last bit of nailing.
By now, most of the volunteers had come to terms with the heat and local conditions. However, there was one Nepali native which some of the volunteers were struggling to come to terms with.
explain what that ringing noise is?
Well, we thought it was a prayer bell to start off with, but I've just heard that it's for the insects. Is that true?
What is that noise?
It is the little piss off beetle. It is so small and so noisy, and it goes on all day long. There's nothing you can do about it. Who eats them? Of course they don't eat them. They can't catch them.
At House 21, Merle Moffat was also having a little trouble with a local resident.
Merle, what's going on here?
Well, this little fella's very upset by what's happened, and so am I, because he's been eating my hat. And so we're just having a little talk. But he only speaks Nepalese. So it's not very successful, really. And I was asking this lady what the lamb was saying, but it's actually a goat. He ate my hat.
Yeah, she wants to know whether she's breastfeeding him.
I'm not breastfeeding the little goat.
By mid-morning on day 4, most of the teams were onto the plastering, and for some volunteers, the plastering wasn't going as smoothly as expected.
So Rory, mate, how's your day been?
We finished lattice. It's absolutely fantastic. We're still whistling because we've still got quite a bit to do, but now it's plastering, and yeah, having a lot more fun today than yesterday. So that's good.
Excellent. So how's house number the one above you doing? How's Jarvie doing?
Well, yeah, I think we've found something that Jarvie's not actually good at. I don't think he's having much fun with the plastering. It keeps falling off. But never mind. Can't be a master of everything.
Jarvie!
How you doing?
How are you doing?
Yeah, good buddy, good, yeah.
How's your day going?
Frustrating. I'm not a plasterer. But it's been good. It's pretty rewarding, but again, Kiwi blokes are trying to figure out how to do it differently. We can do it better, you know, blah-de-blah-de-blah, but we put a couple of the Japanese girls up the top because they're expendable. If they fell down, it was okay. It was too high for us and we were too scared, so we put them up on the ladder in the high. I held the ladder so she didn't fall, and let them to it. So now they've done a really good job. So we're quite happy about how we're going, but frustrated because it's hard work.
Day 5, and with only one day to go before the official house handover ceremony, the teams were busier than ever getting the houses ready on time.
Perfect.
It was also time for many of the volunteers to reflect on their experience.
This is one in a million. I'm glad I didn't miss it. It's very hard to explain this to people back home, how humble we can feel and how grateful these guys are for the work we're doing here. It's just awesome, yeah.
Oh, it's a great way of seeing a country because you're actually seeing the real people in their situation. You're not, I mean, we get a bit of tourism in it, but basically we're seeing people as they live. Certainly the marginalised people, so we're seeing the poorer people, but real life, and we get real communication in a way you couldn't get if you came with lots of money and did a tour. And that's really enjoyable. Yeah, and they're lovely people, very warm, very friendly.
I mean, I think it makes you feel a little bit selfish. We're pretty materialistic from where we come from. I'm in the process of building a new house, and I think we'll probably spend more on a bench top than this whole house will cost. So it's pretty humbling, really.
How have you found this experience?
Oh, amazing. I wanted to come so that I could be an example not only for my family but for the students I teach, and hopefully I'm doing that by being here and being involved.
It's been mind-blowing. I mean, days just roll into one. There's always new things to look at, new things to see, new experiences. It's just amazing, amazing place. I am really starting to miss home. It's been on my mind a bit, but it's just such an exciting place and so much to see, and the people are so happy and so friendly, and it's just a blessing to be here.
If you're thinking about it, come and do it. You won't know, and if you don't try it, you'll never know, but if you come and do it, you'll be hooked. This is our second one. We did Cambodia last year. We're thinking of doing another one next year. Yeah, come and do it. Got to do it. Got to do it.
For Auckland volunteer Joss, this trip had an extra special meaning.
I was diagnosed with very bad breast cancer in January 2008. They didn't expect me to survive. They called me a walking miracle in Auckland, my surgeon and my oncologist. So it's absolutely amazing to be able to be standing here in Nepal, to feel fit and well, and to be able to help these people and just enjoy this experience. It's a beautiful place to be, and I'm very grateful that every day is a new and beautiful day, even though there can be some problems. I'm very happy, and Nepal is a great experience for me, and I'm looking forward to doing more of this. I would never have thought of doing this before my cancer. I was a million miles an hour, party girl, busy girl, but this has made me stop and look at life, and I really do look at life differently, and want to just be more outward looking to other people and their needs. And so, yeah, so it's been a good journey over the past 2 years, I think, for my personal development.
Awesome. And what would you say to people who, you know, like, this,
he always gives me trouble, always, but I love him.
It's for your smile, you know. When I do something, these things, you smile, and your smile is priceless.
As day 5 drew to an end, one house got an unexpected surprise.
Hey Michael.
Hi,
I've
g'day.
just been informed that the Nepalese president is coming to visit your house tomorrow.
Wow, what an honour. That's great. I think we've probably progressed a lot better than we imagined a couple of days ago. Today we've managed to get just about all of the plaster on the exterior. There's a tiny wee section, and if you look over to the right, you can see they're putting up some more of the basket weave. We didn't expect to do that because the model house doesn't have it, but I think we'll be pretty well on target.
Did you know the president was coming to visit you?
I had no idea. Well, I don't know what we're going to do about that. I suppose I'll have to put some clean clothes on.
In order to have the house ready in time for the president's arrival, some of the team would have to work long and hard into the night. The final day of the build, and the volunteers arrived to see a heavy security contingent in preparation for the Nepali president's visit later on in the day. Time was running out for the volunteers. There was now only a few hours remaining to put the final finishing touches on their houses.
Come on! Yeah, we're really rushing because the president is coming to visit our house, and we're really going to get it done in time. I haven't got time to talk, mate. I'm busy. I'm busy.
By this stage, some houses were a lot further on than others.
Rory, mate, how's it going?
Yeah, good mate, good. Last day. And yeah, as you can see, still plastering.
House 17, on the other hand, had been transformed overnight.
Oh, we've come a long way. Overnight they had a small light set up and they did a small amount of work, and look, you can see, if you were here yesterday afternoon, you wouldn't have imagined we could have got to this point, but all hands have come out on deck. The ladies in the red platoon group have put it all together, and look what we've got.
For Singaporean team leader Amy Lee, this effort was a true multinational effort.
We've put 3 coins up above the door, a Singapore coin, a Nepali coin and a New Zealand coin, and that is a symbol of the tripartite partnership we've had working together for this house.
This was also a time for the Kiwi volunteers to share a part of their culture.
Okay. Another one here. Flower shell, and then the kiwi you can wear on your shoulder, okay? How's that?
By midday, all of the volunteers had put down their tools and made their way to the official house dedication ceremony held on the shore of the stunning Begnas Lake with the guest of honour, Nepali President Dr. Ram Baran Yadav. Following the ceremony, the Nepali president officially opened a selection of the houses, including House 17. It was then time for the individual teams to have their own private house dedication ceremonies.
Isn't this fantastic? You're really a part of it here when you do this. I might look silly to these people, but I don't feel silly. That's great.
For all the volunteers, this was not just a time to celebrate, but also a time to say goodbye.
Feelings क्या हो रहा है? आपको कैसा लग रहा है? आपके मतलब क्या है?
हमको बहुत खुशी लग रहा है आप वहाँ से आके हमारा घर बनाए.
She's very happy that you have all come from so far away to make her home here.
आप लोग के हम हृदय देखने बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहेंगे.
She thanks you from the bottom of her heart.
हमारा घर बनाने के लिए दूर से आ रहा हो. हम बहुत खुश हैं.
He's also very happy that you've come from so far to build his home.
हमारा घर में घर बना के बाद जाओगे ना वापस आने के लिए हम वेलकम करने के लिए हर बार तैयार है.
He will always be ready to welcome you when you return to see his house again.
हम के रहने के बाद हमले कुछ दुख दिया तो क्षमा कर देंगे.
If they've done anything to hurt you, they're really sorry. If they've disrespected you in any way.
ठीक है आपका यात्रा सफल है. सफल होने जाए.
Have a very safe journey.
The house dedication ceremony signified the end of the 2010 Habitat for Humanity Everest Build. In all, over 1,000 international volunteers, Nepali volunteers and Habitat for Humanity representatives came together to build 40 houses in 6 days. For all the Kiwi and international volunteers who participated, it was an opportunity to give a piece of themselves to the families they built for, to help create a better living environment for those families, and to not only build a house, but to create a home for families to live, to grow, and to prosper in.
Namaste.
Namaste.